With the impending release of In the Grey, I'm counting down the top 10 films of one of my favorite actors and star of the movie, Jake Gyllenhaal. This man is an absolute chameleon and an asset to every film that he's in. This is a ranking of the actual films rather than his performances, although those certainly factor into the rankings to a degree. Now, it was heavily competitive to get into this top 10, and there are so many films that I could have put here, but first movie to crack the top 10 is David Fincher's Zodiac. Quite disturbing and captures the period of paranoia so effectively. Maybe the only reason it isn't higher up is because the ending isn't all that satisfying, but it would be hard to imagine it ending any other way. Number 9 is one of his lesser-known films, The Sisters Brothers. A really insightful Western film that comes from director Jacques Audiard a few years before Mexico came to despise him for Emilia Perez. Personally, I thought it was a bit of an overreaction. Number 8 is Enemy, by far the most confusing film that Jake's ever been in. Even after 2 viewings, I still don't know if I understand everything that Denis Villeneuve was trying to accomplish in this movie, but it remains very memorable, and Jake is great in a double role. 7 is my most recent Jake Gyllenhaal film I crossed off my watch list, Jarhead. It's very Full Metal Jacket coded and finds a great balance between intensity and blatant satire. One of the first films Jake demonstrates his incredible ability to angrily lose his shit. And number 6 is End of Watch. There are a few found footage style films I can genuinely recommend to people, but this is one of them. In 5th, I have Nocturnal Animals. Gyllenhaal's role here is unusual in the greater context of the film's plot, but I really like how it's used, and Tom Ford earns tons of style points here. Coming in at number 4 is Donnie Darko. This is a movie that kind of terrified me as a kid because I could vividly imagine a plane engine falling from the sky and killing me in my sleep. Combines time travel, an unconventional hero's journey, and some pretty powerful emo vibes that rightfully first put Gyllenhaal on the map. Number 3 is Prisoners, possibly the only film on this list where Jake Gyllenhaal's performance itself is not one of its best qualities. He's fine here, but it's Hugh Jackman and Viola Davis that really run away with this one performance-wise. Unnerving viewing from start to finish, and easily my wife's favorite film on this list. In 2nd is Brokeback Mountain. This film is absolutely beautiful, and I think it's grown past its initial branding as the gay cowboy movie to become a real landmark film of the era with 2 titanic lead performances. Completely robbed at the Academy Awards that year. How did this trash win instead? And in the top spot is Nightcrawler. Now, I gravitate towards films about sociopaths doing whatever it takes to be successful in their field, and when you combine that with Jake Gyllenhaal's finest performance of his career, it is so easy for me to love this film. Count how many times he blinks. It's not many. Here's the complete rankings beyond the top 10. Let me know if you agree or if I'm totally nuts.